What is up, guys? Today we're going to be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 here. Picked this one up $239 on Amazon. This is the purple one, I believe. Let's go ahead and see which condition, or how's the condition. As always, you get a little white box here. And charger, we get a pretty thick USB-C cable, so that's nice. SIM tray, and then we get Amazon's about their renewed stuff. Alright, so let's see the condition of the phone here. Alright, let's get this off. Okay, so let's see here. I do see some light scratches on the display here. No deep scratches at all. They're very tiny, like you can barely see them. Let's check out the body here. I had one of my subscribers say that they bought one of these in the charging port, like they couldn't plug their cord in correctly. Hopefully that's not the case with mine. Okay, no, it's fine. Yeah, so I've never actually had an issue with any Amazon purchase. Especially refurbished, so that's why I always highly recommend them. But like I said, you can always return, but I know what a pain it is to return because you have to wait for the money to get back or whatever. So that is a pain, but the body on here is extremely clean. There's no deep scratches, no nothing on here. Stylus. So if you don't know, glass and metal device, it's IP68 dust and water resistant. Here is our note pin, and we got our headphone jack still on here. We also got USB Type-C, Bixby button, volume rockers, power button. Let's boot this guy up. What I love about this phone is that there is no notch on this phone too. The same design. This is the same purple color as the, oh, what is it? Oh, it is not the same purple color. It is the Note 9 has a weird kind of purple to it. Like, this is more purple. This is kind of giving off like a blue kind of purple. That's interesting. Dual camera setup, your physical fingerprint scanner. Let me set this guy up and then we'll walk through it. Alright, so let's talk about the Galaxy Note 9's display here. So it is a very nice display still in 2021. It's a Super AMOLED display at HDR10, 6.4 inches. 1440p, 516 for the PPI, no notch, no punch hole or anything like that. And it's a very nice looking display, very colorful, very bright. It does have a slight curve to it, but it's not a super dramatic curve or anything like that. And when I say like this display is still very high quality, it being 1440p and still having that super sharp PPI, it's going to be better than most displays that you'll find at this price point for sure. So one thing that you could say is that there's no high refresh rate, but honestly, if you don't care about high refresh rate, it's still a great display because you're not going to find most displays are going to be 1080p at this price point. This year you're getting 1440p, so the content and the icons, everything is going to look just super high quality on this panel here. So I want to talk about the stylus because that is the main reason why you might pick this phone up. I actually found myself really enjoying the stylus and some of the little features that they have on here. One thing I just like really off the bat is that just scrolling when you're like on YouTube and scrolling on here, it's just really nice. I just like it. I like it better than like the the finger gesture. Scrolling with the stylus is really nice. The accuracy is pretty good too. And as you can see, they've got a ton of videos I was looking at. If you're like an artist and you want to you're a digital artist and you want to sketch on here, I was looking and I can't draw, but there are people that can easily do it. The accuracy on the stylus is just really nice and you can get some amazing results just drawing on this guy. But when you pull the stylus out, you have this little pen pop up that'll come up here and you can go ahead and jot your notes down. So if you have a quick like grocery list that you want to write down, you can do that. And like I said, very accurate. Also, y'all probably can't read that, but my cursive is bad. But it's very accurate, and they also have this button too, right here, and that was one of the really cool things. So when you're taking pictures and stuff like that, so let's say this little button right here in the middle. So if you're taking a picture or a selfie, you can hit that button and it'll go ahead and snap that photo for you. I think that's really cool for selfies. I think that makes the experience a little bit more easier, just to be able to snap and do it like that. So if I had a selfie, I want to take a selfie of myself. You know, it's easier than, like, I guess, hitting that button. And if you're taking a picture with like friends and stuff like that, then it might be easier also, so you don't have to hit that button. So I really like that feature as well. Another little cool thing they have is the live messages. So I enjoyed that feature as well too. So if I just take a photo, I can actually just draw, you know, show like a video message on here. And I can just like send that to, you know, whoever I want. So I thought that was a little cool thing. So the stylus is really nice for people who really enjoy, you know, using a stylus. This is a very high quality little stylus here. Also, I can add, you know, another application to this toggle here. So if I wanted to add YouTube here or Temple Run, just some of my favorite applications, let's be able to pull that up real quick and just be able to bounce in and out of those. So I really do like the stylus support. You're getting a very high quality stylus for very cheap. So if you are somebody that really likes a stylus, this one is very nice. And like I said, $239, you're getting a very high quality one as well. Also, just taking a look at our stylus, pretty much all of our toggles that we know are on here. Our Samsung desktop support is on here. Your secured folders is on here. Screen recording, Dolby Atmos is on here as well. The S Pen Air Actions, I can turn that on or off. Samsung dark mode, you know, you can turn your dark mode on. Samsung Kids is on here as well. So all of your stuff is on here. The only toggle that you won't see is obviously the wireless power sharing. This phone does not have that like the S10 and S10e. But yeah, so a lot of your features you'll still have on here. Alright, so the Note 9 is running the Snapdragon 845. It also has the Adreno 630. You also have micro SD support, 128 gigs of internal storage, and 6 gigs of RAM on here. And the gaming experience is fine. This phone is not really heating up. You can see I have high on max FPS, and I can go up to very high if I want to. And gaming experience is fine on here. Like I said, this phone actually is not heating up at all. Yeah, so it's perfectly fine for gaming, guys. It's very nice. And also, like I said, not having a punch hole or a notch, I think is definitely underrated. Alright, let's test out those speakers here. We do have stereo speakers on here. We're going to leave Dolby Atmos off and then turn it on. Yeah, so these are some very nice loud speakers here. This phone also has great vibrations on it. You can really feel the vibrations. Yeah, so speaker quality is really nice on this phone. Now let's talk about our additional features. So we do have, like I said, IP68 rating on here. We also have NFC. We also have the headphone jack on board. Of course, our stylus is on here as well. We do have our physical fingerprint scanner on the back, which works fine. No issues with the actual placement of where it's at. I don't have an issue with that. You also have your iris scanner as well as face unlock on here, which works fine. So you get you know, choices on how you want to, you know, get into your device. Like I said, the just essential thing is Samsung desktop support is also on here as well. So all right, so now let's talk about the cameras. Does the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 cameras hold well in 2021. I actually think at this price point, these are some very good cameras here. So the camera specs on here, you have a 12 megapixel standard, a 12 megapixel telephoto with 2x optical zoom, and then you have 4K video at 60 frames per second. And you also have on here an 8 megapixel selfie cam on here with a 2 megapixel iris scanner that shoots in 1440p. I went out to take some shots with this phone and I was really impressed, guys. It takes some great photos. For 200 bucks, you really won't get photos like this. It is really nice. You get some very clean looking shots on here. Great color too. It handles greens really well. Unlike the S10 and S10e, it handles a lot of photos. Just came out really clean. The 2x zoom was really nice on here. Very clean, dynamic range, white balance. It was able to handle really well on here. And yeah, I just had zero complaints with image quality on here. It was just really nice. And I will go ahead and let you guys see the indoor and the outdoor video so you can hear the mic quality and see the video. Alright guys, here is the video quality on here as well. And like I said, judging this phone at a $200 price point, in that $200 range, I think it does a fantastic job. So I have zero issues, zero complaints with the Galaxy Note 9's cameras. And like I said, the selfie cam actually was pretty solid on here too. Skin colors were pretty good. So just zero issues with overall, image quality here. So, people will easily complain about, the cameras if you compare it to a newer camera, but I'm comparing it to the price point it's at. So it's at a mid-ranger sort of budget price point, and it performs definitely, I think, a slight step above some mid-rangers. Alright guys, here is the video on the Note 9 here. We can go to our 2X. Situation has actually aged pretty well on the Note 9. It's a 4,000 milliamp battery with 15-watt charging with wireless charging. The screen on time is an average around 6 hours and 40 minutes. That's what I've seen online. So you should get somewhere around 6 hours and 40 minutes or 30 minutes. And that's definitely a full day. And that's on the lower end of a full day. But 6 hours. 6 hours plus is definitely nice to have on your device here. So battery life is still going to be fairly solid on this device. Of course, if your battery health is good. But yeah, so battery life is no issue on here. So the Note 9 is a pretty awesome device. It has a lot going for it. I love the always on display. Samsung also throws in a couple things in here with the always on display, which I think is pretty interesting. So even when the phone's off, I can still sort of like doodle and draw like little notes and stuff like that. I don't actually have to unlock the device, which is pretty cool. So I like that, little addition that they throw in there. But overall, this is definitely, if you're a stylus lover and you want it for the cheap and you want a powerful phone in addition to that, the Note 9 is definitely where it's at. It's got a lot of perks to it. Samsung desktop support is on here. Big screen, no notch, 1440p. A pretty decent battery life on here. Hardware is really nice. Cameras are pretty good as well. So zero complaints with this phone. And this phone has aged very well. So what do you guys think? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.